defense was, really important. Tonight, Nebraska did a good job of taking us out of our offensive flow. In particular, really the first half. I thought we were able to get into the teeth of their defense a little bit in the second half. But the first half, we just never had a rhythm, and our bench was a little bit shorter tonight, and certainly that played a role in our inability to kind of get in a groove. But Nebraska's a good defensive team. They believe what Coach Miles is asking them to do. They're playing with a lot of confidence, and fortunately for us, our defensive plan worked.
Questions for Doug?
Doug, what helped you guys get in that flow in that?
Just came out with a little more confidence. We were a little shaky at first. First kind of test on the road, packed house, and got those jitters out at halftime, and we moved the ball a lot better, executed our game plan. So we did a good job of regrouping there in the locker room and came off to a good start.
Hey Doug, how would you rank the defensive performance of the team tonight?
It's right up there with St. Louis, our last game. I think we're just doing much better of locking in practice and knowing that practice how we play. And it's been huge for us, and everyone's just been on the same page, and we just got to continue to do that.
Hey Doug, could you describe how physical it was out there tonight?
Yeah, it was really physical. Those are the two biggest guys we've played this year. Really strong and great defenders. So we knew we had to run the floor against them because their depth isn't as strong as ours, and we did a good job of that throughout the whole game.
Talk about Gregory's performance.
He was huge, man. He was grabbing every single board. He was running the floor and finishing everything. So I'm really proud of Gregory these last couple games. He's starting to grow up this season, and that's something we're going to need from him all year if we want to be an elite team.
How much of that is just him playing aggressively and with some intensity?
It's all of it. He's just changing his mindset completely. Just focusing first on grabbing rebounds and running the floor, and everything else will take care of itself. He's going to get rewarded if he continues to do that.
That scrum at midcourt in the second half, what happened there?
Just two guys playing hard, really, fighting for the ball. It's Creighton, Nebraska rivalry. I think that kind of sets the tone from here on out. It was good, clean basketball, and there was no hard feelings, so it was good to see that.
Two more questions for Doug. Anything else? All right. Thanks, Doug. You can leave. Questions for Greg McDermott?
Coach, what's the status of Josh Jones? What happened?
I'm not totally sure. He blacked out before the game, and so we took him to the hospital. Obviously, with his history with his heart, we're going to be very cautious. And I don't know the status. I'll find out more after the game. But that's the important thing, and that's it's hard. I think it was hard for our guys to get focused. Hard for me to get focused when that happens. 20 minutes before game time.
Where did that happen?
On the floor.
Do you have an update on him right now?
I do not.
It just happened during warm-ups?
Yeah, probably 35, 40 minutes before the game.
You've gone up against Coach Miles several times. What did you notice maybe differently about his game plan tonight, maybe in previous times you played him?
Well, I can't remember what I did yesterday, and it's been a long time since Tim and I competed against each other. But his teams, they generally don't beat themselves, and we had a hard time forcing them into turnovers. They're going to be disciplined defensively and follow the plan, which they did. And we finally got behind a couple of those ball screens and were able to throw it up for lobs, and that loosens everything up. But Tim's a heck of a basketball coach, and he's as you folks have learned about him, he's an eternal optimist, and he's got these guys believing that they've got a chance to win, and that's why they've won 6 games. Is they really believe in what he's selling, and that's how he's going to build this program.
Greg, do you see your team developing that kind of a taste to play defense? We're kind of liking it.
Well, we have to, we certainly didn't against Boise, and we have 2 games in a row now. And we really executed the plan. There were certain guys, as you know, it was obvious watching the game, we were okay with them shooting, and we were going to take away some other guys. I thought Giants Maniga had as good a game for someone that didn't score a point as I've ever coached, because he made it tough for Ray the entire night, and we really thought that was a key. If you let Ray and Tally get in rhythm, you're asking for it. And I thought our wings did a good job of that.
When you're searching for rhythm like you were in that first half, what do you try to do as far as adjustments halftime, or was it just them, just the guys getting a better rhythm?
We ran a few plays to start the second half that we thought were going to be there, and they were. It's one thing to run a play; it's another thing for the guys to execute it. Live defense, so I thought they did a good job of that. And Doug missed some shots down around the basket the first half that he doesn't normally miss. We missed some free throws. We've been a pretty good free throw shooting team, and tonight we weren't. So there was a lot of things I think that contributed to our slow start, but none more important than Nebraska's defense.
How good is Gregory when he plays with that kind of intensity?
Oh, he's good. He's snaring rebounds, and they're man rebounds. It's a crowd, and he's going to get it. And we needed him tonight, and obviously they kind of played our Almeida when Gregory was in. We tried to get Ethan a few times, but Tim outsmarted me most of those times. So, that's as big and physical of a defender as Gregory's seen, and I thought when he couldn't score over top of him, he went and got rebounds and scored that way.
2 more questions.
What do you think of Almeida?
He's a hard matchup. He's got soft hands. There's not many guys Gregory can't back down, and he met one tonight that he just couldn't get inside of him. And he's got a good feel for the game, and obviously when the game gets fast, it's a little tougher for him, and that's what we were attempting to do.
Hey, Greg, it seems like there's a lot put into this game in the state. I mean, the way that game unfolded, it was kind of ugly at times and so forth. Are you just kind of glad to get past this one?
Yeah, we're happy to come here and get a win. We had some guys in different roles tonight. Austin Chapman's never started a game on the road, in a true road game. All of a sudden, Avery Ding